Good evening, all. We will be starting in another 1 minute because many people called up and told that they are not getting the signals. They are getting connected. Yeah, there is one Lakshmi. You have requested for, you raised your hand. Can you put it in your chat box? Because I am unable to unmute you. You have to unmute in your computer or your mobile or iPad. Lakshmi, you raise your hand. You can type your message in chat box. Dubey, are you able to hear me now? You can reply it in chat box. Okay. Yeah, Lakshmi, you raised your hand. Any answer for that or any question you want to ask, you can put it in your chat box. We shall start it in another minute. Yeah. Good evening. There are some people still trying to join. Anyway, I will add those people as and when they come. Good evening, everyone, once again. Today, we are going to discuss about the benefits of upgrading yourself. Okay. Today's lecture is going to be very different and very interesting because instead of talking about the benefits of upgrading yourself, I thought that it will be better if you learn from two people who upgraded themselves in the recent past as well as in the earlier life also. Okay. So, earlier period. So, what happened is we have two great friends of mine. One is Mr. Engineer T.H. Iyer, who is 88 years young and based out of Chennai. He spent most of his time in Germany, around 45 years, and he is also currently a vice chairman of a power sector IT company. IT company focusing into power sector. Okay, so that is he is a vice chairman, and then we also have Jayshree, who is 10-year-old, a very aggressive personality. So we are going to hear their experiences, and then I will sum it up at the last. First, the presentation will be Jayshree will be talking. After that, Mr. Iyer will be talking, and then it will be I will be talking, and we can have the question answers and clarifications. Now I will connect it with Jayshree. I am unmuting Jayshree. Jayshree, I unmuted you. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, am I audible?
Very good. You are audible. Okay. Over to you, Jayshree.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jayashree, and my ambition is to become an Indian astronaut. I love to learn new things. Today, I'm here to share my experience about benefits of upgrading ourselves. Transformation is the correct method of upgrading ourselves. For transforming ourselves, we should get out of our comfort zone. Let me start with a small story about transformation. I'll pick the same story that Dr. P.S. Kumar shared in one of the previous sessions about the transformation of butterfly, which I liked. The butterflies lay their eggs on plants and tiny caterpillars comes out from the eggs. After some days, all the caterpillars build a cocoon, which is their comfort zone. But one day, the caterpillar will definitely break the cocoon and fly out as a beautiful butterfly. So, moral of the story is that let's not stay within our own cocoons and try to come out. The lesson learned here is when we come out of our comfort zone, that is when we achieve something in our life. Personal transformation is the process through which a person takes the steps or initiates the actions in life towards growth and goals and executes the same consistently. It's really important to grow in life, especially those people who aim to achieve their goals. Next slide, please. What is comfort zone? A comfort zone is a psychological state in which things feel familiar to a person and they are at ease and in control of their environment, experiencing low levels of anxiety and stress. Simply, comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. Next slide, please. Why I decided to move out? I decided to move out from my comfort zone because I want to grow. How a caterpillar moves out from its comfort zone and turn into a beautiful butterfly. Like the same, I want to move out from my comfort zone. Then only magic will happen in my life. Let me share my experiences on how I transformed myself over the years. How I found my area of improvements. Inspired by reading good books. Some books that I read are Magic of the Lost Temple, The Day I Stopped Drinking Milk by Sudha Murty, The Joy of Numbers by Shakuntala Devi, Wings of Fire by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Listening to webinars or motivational speeches. I started attending webinars with my parents from past 3 to 4 months. Some of the webinar sessions that I've attended are management lessons from great Indian legends and personal Kaikaku transformation by Dr. P.S. Kumar, personality development sessions from Peak Impact Mentorship by Vijay Kumar Kandal, 4-step method of public speaking by Praveen Vadalkar. Taking inputs from my parents and teachers. My parents and teachers always encourage me to participate in all events. Next slide, please. Upgrading plan followed by me. At some point of time, I thought I should improve in some areas like effective time utilization. Instead of spending my time on TV, I'm using my time effectively. For example, learning Python, reading books regularly, listening to others, adapting to new situations, place, or people, learning new things, saving money. How I improved details. Effective utilization of time. Initially, I used to write my to-do list in sticky notes. When I listed out my tasks, that is when I got time consciousness. Gradually, I improved my time management skills. Reading. Children's magazines, reading books. I started reading magazines and books when I was 5. Then I slowly improved my reading habits and developed my fast reading skills and read many books in a short period of time. Adapting to new situations. Fear of going to school, traveling in school bus, making new friends across different cultures, learning new things. Handwriting Lucida, language Tamil, Kannada and Hindi, dance Bharatnatyam. Saving money, piggy bank savings. Initially, when I go out with my parents, we used public transport or walked, even if cabs were available. If we save some money by walking or by using public transport, then my parents would give me the money that we saved. I would put that amount in my piggy bank. This is how I started saving. What benefits I got because of that improvement? Because of upgrading myself, I can see a lot of improvements in my day-to-day life, like personal satisfaction, dealing with people, effective utilization of time that helps to reach my goals, and I'm respected in my circle of friends and family. Importance of self-development and upgrading continuously. When we consistently develop and upgrade ourselves, we can lead ourselves, family, others, society, and also the nation. Next slide, please. Sharpening our skills does not end at school or college, but a continuous process throughout our life. I wanted to prove to this world that girls are powerful. Let's all work for a better society and nation. Vote of thanks. I would like to thank my parents who introduced these books and webinars to me that helps me to improve my skills in my day-to-day activities. And I would like to thank Maniramji uncle who introduced these sessions to me through my dad. My special thanks to Dr. P.S. Kumar for giving me this golden opportunity to speak in a webinar for a very first time in my life. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jayshree. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, after listening to Mr. Iyer and then you be there, I am muting you. Then now we will go to Mr. Iyerji. Iyerji, are you ready? I am going to unmute you. Mr. Iyer, he is my friend, philosopher, guide, and he is one of my guru also. So, sir, I have unmuted you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Now here you go, sir.
Dr. Kumar,
Yes, sir.
this is a wonderful day. I'm especially looking forward to a lot of young people participating in this thought of yours in this webinar. And the presentation by Jayshree was so good. Such should be the inspiration of the younger generation and the efforts to better themselves, of course, with the help of parents and with guidance of elders. In my life, all has been the guidance by elders in my very young age, and my observing people and trying to, hold good qualities like punctuality, like efficiency in doing things, and also by respecting elders, which in fact was my important aspect of life. Thus, you grow in personality. Only then you'll be able to attain success in all fields of activity. And this went on from my younger days in the field of my studies in engineering. And I felt even at that stage that there should be ambition. And when I was in a very far off engineering college where nobody ever thought of going abroad, I was saying that I was going to be in Germany. A lot of people were laughing at this statement of mine, but it so happened I was selected by the government of India for an overseas scholarship to Germany. I'm trying to tell this because the ambition and determination should be there. Only that will help to prove ourselves. Maybe Dr. Kumar, we should go through the slides one by one. We have to believe in yourself. That is the secret of success. You must have the full faith that you'll be able to achieve. I used to tell people if they had worries that they can't get things sorted out, I said, look, you better talk to people. If no one can sort out, come to me. So this kind of great self-confidence and faith in myself was equally successful for me, and it was also helpful to others to understand their own personality. Next slide, please. Yeah, genius is 10% and inspiration, and 90% is perspiration. You see, the genius is there in all of us, but the genius is covered. It is there, given by God, and unless we rise to the occasion and prove ourselves deserving for that, the genius will not come out. So you have to really perspire, which means work hard, try to improve yourself, and that 90% of your time has to be that. Then the genius will be 10% inspiration, and thereby you become really prosperous in life. Next slide, please. Now, the strengths of my life, I would like to enunciate in a brief way. In fact, it is most important to have good friends and build human relationships. Only by listening to others and following others, always you must try to look forward to meeting people who have greater knowledge than you. Try to learn from them, be with them, and just build your relationship with them. And then the communication skills. This communication skills can be developed. It is nothing difficult, even if you are not able to communicate in the beginning by attending some course or trying to utilize the opportunity to hear people who have had this communication skill methods. You develop these communication skills. Communication is the most important thing. Unless you communicate what you want to say properly, the other person is not only not able to understand, but he will not consider you as a suitable candidate. Then you decide for yourself what your life has to be. My life as an engineer started with building technical launch in high voltage engineering right from my college days, and I overseas scholarship provided me the opportunity in furthering that. And after getting the skills of the technical developments and technical quality, I still found out that it is not my area. My area of improvement is not only in product development, but I am made up for a different kind of life because of my human relationship and ability to communicate to others in a better way. I chose to become an expert in marketing, and that was my career. Next slide, please. So this is the thing we have to plan. The individual plans, you must first of all understand your own self. No use copying others, because each one has got a different approach to life. You should listen to your own inside and listen to your own mind, and you should be developing your skills in your own way without copying others. And once you develop that skill, then make use of it and try to improve it day by day. This is what I did. I was in the engineering field. The Germans found me suitable for working for them. So I became a marketing manager of a large group of company in Germany. And what I did was, when I went to India to market the products, I was able to present them better than many others. And the question is, even explain to them the technicalities and the technical importance of those products. So you must be able to present it nicely and convince the people concerned. I had the good fortune of meeting very talented engineers, including the chief engineer of Punjab, Mr. Kumar, and I was able to convince him about the technical expertise I have and also of the importance of the products I was going to sell him. Once this happened, he had full confidence in me. And what are the benefits I got because of the development? It brought me recognition in the electricity boards, thanks to the full cooperation. It's also earned me special recognition from the employers as my role of resident engineer and marketing engineer was fully appreciated. Without self-development, there'll be stagnation. Enrich oneself with latest knowledge by reading different books and all the latest things that come in the technical world, and you develop in that field. My horizon of technical experience got expanded that way. These are the important aspects of my life. I feel youngsters should develop the following qualities very much. Wherever you go, you have to be punctual. Punctuality is the most important thing in life. When you are going to meet somebody, you have to be punctual, because it is not only that you derive a satisfaction, but you are also not wasting the other person's time. Punctuality will lead you to a very high improvement in life. Even I have a very humorous instance. The priests who come to my house, they used to say, sir, in your house, when you say you are ready at 9 o'clock, you are perfectly ready at 9. Whereas other people who call us, they make us wait. So we have learned a lot about this, and we are trying to follow this and tell others the importance of punctuality. So punctuality is one. The second thing is, be honest. Never try to be dishonest. All your expressions must be fully honest, because then only you will be able to expand your personality. The third thing is, you have faith in God, do your religious work properly. In whatever field you are, you must have some kind of a meditation or something, yoga, so that you can go within and understand the importance of the body and mind. Once you understand that, by doing yoga and pranayama, your technical ability and your personal talents will grow. Then you are more valuable to society. The fourth is, you should never accept a no, because no is not there in my dictionary. You know, things can be achieved. If you straight away say, no, I can't do it, that will be a very, very disappointing situation. You must say, first thing I said to the Germans when I went there, the top man asked me, do you know German? Of course, I went without learning German, but I had a small dictionary from which I had learned a few sentences. I told him, sir, I do not know German, but I'm working at it. This impressed him a lot. And I had to pass through very difficult times. When I arrived there, it was minus 17 degrees. With that temperature, I had to go to work wearing the warm clothes and the special shoes, which were spiked, because I had to walk through iced areas. And it was a very difficult thing. But my self-confidence and my strength of mind said, this has to be achieved. These are the important aspects you have to bear in mind. And I'm sure each one of you, young astronaut, thinker, or engineering future, you will all be very successful. I'm willing to come back again to you and give you more information. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful lecture by Mr. Thanu Iyer. People have to note down, like what he has said is 100% right. At the temperature of minus 17, it makes it very difficult. Okay, if you go to Germany without your gloves, you cannot take your hand at all. So it will be really very highly low temperatures, very dangerous, and we need to be very careful. And thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful learnings, and your experience sharing, that is the most important, because all the people learned what you learned it in 88 years in 15 minutes. So it was a great learning from all of us. So I would like to say about that upgradation, why it is needed, why we took this topic of upgradation. So everyone must be knowing about VUCA world. If you do not know anything about VUCA world, you note down this is VUCA world. That means the current scenario is completely volatile. Nobody knows what is going to happen. Okay, it is completely uncertain. It is completely complex. It is a lot of ambiguity. So volatile, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity is called VUCA world. That means when the world, suppose if you call from here to Germany, and if they say that come for a discussion, if you go there, you can meet them, discuss, explain, and get the business. Today, you cannot even go there. You cannot meet them. You cannot talk to them. If you go to Germany, even if you have the flights, and Germans will put you in a quarantine for 14 days. And they will do the testing. In case if it is positive, you will stay back for some more time. So it is completely, we do not know what is going to happen. And again, I was just talking to one of my friend who has placed order on him. Based on that, he was very happy and all. From Italy, it's a leather exports. Okay. After 15 days, somebody from his office called up and told him, sorry to say that, sir, that the person who has placed order has lost his life. So we are unable to complete the order because we are unable to find out, because I am his son. I do not know what is this business he was doing it. I do not know on what context he has placed order on you. So you need not return the advance. You can keep the advance with you. That is the loss whatever we made. Let it be compensating your losses. This has not happened like this. So it is completely volatile, completely uncertain, completely complex, ambiguity. In turn, how it affects all of us. Many of us may change a job. Many of us will be sent out of our current company. Many of us will quit the company for better life. Many of us will move to different field altogether. No idea, because we do not know where we are going to be, because completely it is complex. So when you are going, most of the time, what we will be knowing is the moment you move out of your current, what JC said, no, cocoon, that is your comfort zone, then only you will realize what are the challenges you are going to face it. When you are going to those challenges, then what we have to say is how to equip ourselves for those challenges. As you know that post-pandemic, okay, the stage 1 recovery sectors are going to be essential sectors only. That means I was listening to one of the great marketing legend, Philip Kotler. He was saying that it will take minimum 4 to 6 years to complete revival of the entire economy as it was earlier. Some other people say that it will 6 months, 9 months, all these things. But whatever it may be, next to 4 to 5 months, it is not going to be a smooth ride. At least 2020, we are not going to have a smooth ride. So 2021, if God willing, we will come back to our normal situations. Even that situations, the recovery sectors are going to be essential sectors only. Whatever the people connected with pharma industry, hospitals, food, agricultural, chemicals, and e-commerce. E-commerce, I am talking about deliveries, and because nowadays nobody want to go and buy it because they don't want to risk their life for that. So this is the essential sectors. This will take immediately, it will recovery, it will happen in the stage 1. But stage 1 itself will come after December, that is January 2000. Stage 2 recovery sectors are all the manufacturing and all the core sectors like infrastructure, renewable energies, solar, wind, all manufacturing, all service sector, capital goods, retail, export, all these things will be stage 2 recovery sectors. The stage 3 is much more worse, because stage 3 is hotels, restaurant, malls, entertainment, amusement parks, luxury products. There we are not seeing any clear sign of next to at least 12 to 14 months how this is going to happen. Even if they open up, many people may not like to go to the theater. Many people may not like to go to the restaurant. Many people may not like to go to the malls or amusement parks because they are fear of getting up the COVID-19. Okay. Now, one side it throws a lot of challenges. Other side also it throws a lot of opportunities. Okay. Today I came to know Subway is started. Subway, you must be knowing about it. Subway is very famous for their sandwiches and the things what they make out of breads and things like that. Okay. So now Subway is selling groceries. Can you believe it? Subway is selling groceries. California Pizza, they are also selling groceries. Because what happens is they know that they cannot come back with the same immediate start supplying their pizzas. The business will going to be dull. We have to help the people. At the same time, we have to survey ourselves for our existence. The people have moved to allied businesses. Now I have received a mail from a 5-star hotel, a general manager whom I know because I used to book a lot of my programs over there. They are the 5-star hotel right at Chennai, maybe 5 kilometers from my house. They have started offering lunch boxes. It is very nominal amount. A 5-star hotel lunch box will cost you somewhere around 750,000, 1,200. No. It is 250 and 180 rupees. And varieties around 12 varieties are there. So what happens is, today if people cannot pack their lunch when going to the office, they can order it and they'll get a hygiene, very good food from the 5-star hotel itself at 250 rupees. Really, it is a great thing. But that is, and the same 5-star hotel started entering into sanitization of the big buildings because they have a huge shop, they have a huge people who can handle the housekeeping. Okay, Saturday, Sunday, they come over here, take up the entire project of cleaning the houses and sanitizing the things. The only condition is 5,000 square feet and above, they take it. But what I am trying to say is, they know it already. The recovery sectors is, ours is in the stage 3. It is not going to happen and they are upgrading themselves. But many of us, okay, we think that we are going to be comfortable soon, and that soon is going to happen within 15 days, 1 month. And like this, we passed 4 months. Okay. Even if you are getting into stage 1 recovery sector, it will take 6 months. Stage 2, it will take another 6 months. Stage 3, that's the reason I told you 12 to 14 months only it is possible. So you have to, it's a golden opportunity. You have to upgrade yourself. Yesterday I was reading another article. It's a famous aircraft company. They converted 60% of their flight capacity into cargo. It's a very famous aircraft company which we are not focusing on cargo, but now they are doing it in a cargo also, because they need to keep up the pilots. They need to pay up for all the people. Okay, so that is the reason they are upgrading themselves in the business line. So how to upgrade yourself? First, you need to identify your area of improvement. Your area of improvement is what? Where you are not feeling better, where you are not feeling confident, where you are not achieving results. Like Mr. Iyer said, communication skill is the most important. Negotiation skills, presentation skills. You know, what is the point in having an engineer who knows things, but he cannot talk, he cannot explain, he cannot convince the other person? It's no use. So you have to identify your area of improvements. Your area of improvements, if you are true to your heart itself will tell you. Okay. Once you know what is your area of improvements, you simply need to list it down. Because why I am saying list it down, you are not going to keep it in your memory. The moment you are keeping it in memory, you will not know how to find methods to improve. It can be your character, it can be your skills, it can be your knowledge, it can be technology, what you want to upgrade. But you have to list it down. It may be 20, no problem, write it out. You can prioritize 1 or 2 at a time. You don't need to take all 20. But what I'm saying is, the moment you start listing down, that is 50% of your life has changed. Then you need to create a plan to improve. Why the plan is needed? Because of that plan only, you can monitor, review, correct, and change methods if you are not going in the right direction. Suppose somebody wants to travel from Chennai to Trichy by car. So within half an hour, they should reach from Kathipara to Vandalur Zoo. And after 1 hour, they should reach somewhere at Melmarutu. Okay. Suppose if you are not monitoring it and you are driving and maybe asking some of your driver to drive and you doze off. And after 1.5 hours, if you see Tada, then you are not in the route of Trichy, you are going towards Andhra. Correct? So what happens is, so that plan is a very, very important, and you need to monitor your plan is very important. How often you monitor your plan and review it and change methods, then only you can achieve your goals. Otherwise, after 4 hours, you will not be in Trichy, you may be somewhere very close to Vijayawada. Okay. constantly upgrade. What else is needed? When you have listened to Miss Engineer Mr. Iyer, even now he is attending many of the satsangs and many of the self-management programs. And I can 100% I am confident all the programs conducted by me, almost around 60, 65 programs in the last 3 to 4 months, all the programs he has attended. That is the consistency. That is the desire to improve himself consistently. Okay. When at the age of 88, he gets up and ensures that he attends at 8 p.m., ensures attend it at 4 p.m. That is the commitment he has for himself, not for anybody else. The same way, when I call sometimes in the evening, I do not know his procedure. Then he will be saying that, Kumar, up to 7 o'clock, I will talk to you. After that, I have to attend Swamiji's satsang. And he send me a content of whatever he learned that day. So that's the reason we became friends last 4 years before only. But now I consider him as one of my great guru and the inspiration for me, because he, at the age of 88, he is doing all these things which I am myself finding it difficult to do it. So that's a great experience, because if I say it, because I am a trainer, I am a talker, I talk like this. But if you listen from the person who worked as a chief executive in Germany and spent most of his time, more than 40 years at Germany, now also he is working. He is a vice chairman. I don't want to tell the name of the company. It's a very big company. It's a construction giant. And that company is putting up an IT sector at a company in Germany, and for that they have made him as a vice chairman. So you have to identify your area of improvement and improve consistently is very, very important. See, you may not achieve results. Then immediately you have to change methods and find new ways to do it. So that is the reason it helps you to upgrade yourself. Okay. See, the upgrade many times when you say, okay, improve something, no, increase your financial things. Increase your things. It is very difficult because increasing your finance suddenly is not possible. You have to earn, you have to save, then only you can, financial freedom can be increased. Whereas we are talking about personal effectiveness. We are asking you to make use of your brain, what you have. I am not asking you to buy another 500 grams of brain. You already have 1,350 grams of brain. And hardly around 3 to 4% of the brain we are using it. So what we are requesting you is to use the effective utilization of your brain. So this helps you in your personal effectiveness, which in turn increases your efficiency also. If you are effective, you will be efficient. If you are effective and efficient, your team is going to be effective and every member in the team will be going to be efficient. So what happened? Your department efficiency gone up. Correct? So, but most of the time we fail because we don't have persistence to stick on to that. Persistence to stick on to that is a very, very tough one. Many times what we say is, okay, yeah, we will try it tomorrow. We will try it next week. We will try it next month. Like that. Okay, we tried it, we didn't get it. But the persistence makes you to achieve the results. Like Mr. Iyer told, I'm just taking out from the example he has noted. At minus 17 degree, he could have called up and told that I am unable to come because of too cold. There is no need to have a spiked boots and go in the chilling winter and go on walk on the icy surfaces and all the things because of his persistence. Okay, because he is determined. Many of you maybe know about Mr. Iyer. He started his own company at Zurich, that is Switzerland, and he also started his operations at USA. Later, he moved out of USA because he didn't like the Americans' way of functioning as compared to the Europeans' way of functioning. So still he has an office at Switzerland. So you need to upgrade yourself, and the upgrading yourself is the only way. By you can upgrade yourself by any methods. You can upgrade yourself by reading books. You can upgrade yourself attending a lot of webinars, attending to training program, whatever it may be. But without upgrading, if you are there, like I was just reading one article, even if you are running in the right track, I'm repeating it, even if you are running in the right track, okay, if you are not running faster, you will get run over. Even if you are running in the right track, if you are not running faster, you will get run over by your competitor. That means even though you are in a right track, okay, you are running slow, you are not going to exist in the world. They are not saying that you will not be successful. You will get run over. Somebody will bulldoze you, and over you they will move out. That means you will be eliminated from the business. So you have to upgrade. So help yourself to improve yourself, because I am telling you again and again, today also RBI governor has announced all the 5 sectors, the agriculture, renewable energy, and ICT automation. We are very poor, we are worst in the entire world, global competitiveness, which I was telling last 2.5 months in my program. Now RBI governor himself has told we need to focus on ICT, information, communication, technology adoption in manufacturing and service industry, because he knows that all the software is produced by us, it will be the cheapest. So we can, applying it, we can increase our efficiency, which in turn increases our profitability. So people have to get into that. But the moment you want to get into ICT, what happens? The people will ask you, okay, you can go for ICT, but have you have a data and record of entire process? Then you say don't have a record. Then you say the first you complete the record. So that is called PLM implementation, project lifecycle management. So once you complete your PLM, that means in PLM, you know, PDM, SRM, and CRM, all the things are available. That is, SRM is supply chain management, and CRM is customer relationship management. All these things come in product lifecycle management. Okay, so all these things, if you are documented, then it will come to Industry 4.0, and then it comes to another technology called automating without humans, automating entire thing on its own. So in that case, what happens is your cost comes down and your production goes up, and the system or the robots, what we call, it will run 24 hours. All your repeated jobs can be done by the robots, which is costing very, very peanut. Okay. So with this request, let me end my session. So we will available for question and answers, and you can raise your hand and you can tell to whom your question you are addressing, either Mr. Jayashree or Engineer Iyer or to Kumar. Okay. So now I am waiting for your question and answers. Nokia 2.2, is it Mr. Ganesh from Dubai? Is it Mr. Ganesh from Dubai?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've come to Chennai now. Yeah, I was in Dubai. Yeah, last week I've come back to Chennai.
Very good, very good. Because I saw Nokia 2.2, then I thought, because I remember that name like that.
I don't know, somehow it is not getting
Yeah,
changed.
it's okay.
Because, yeah, I was there. Really, that young girl, she gave a very nice presentation, and it's really a motivation for other younger generation. How, yeah, she has taken up the challenges of doing new things and improving herself. So really, her presentation was very nice, nicely prepared, and maybe her parents also would have supported her and given much encouragement for her. Yeah, I want my daughter also to be like that, but yeah, I have to train her and motivate her to do such things. And it was really a nice presentation.
Thank you. If you want to ask any question to Jayashree or Mr. Iyer or to me, you can ask.
No, I don't have any questions. Yeah,
Okay.
only I just wanted to tell. Yeah, really, it's giving a good
Thank you.
satisfaction of that young girl, how she has taken up the challenge and how interest she is showing for changing herself and upgrading herself in the current scenario.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ganesh. Thank you. Arun Kumar Dubey from Delhi, because I would like to, you are in the name of Siddharth Dubey, I think. Yes, Dubey, I have unmuted you. Dubey? Okay, let us wait. We can talk to Dr. Jnanavati.
Hello.
Yeah, Dubey, you can talk.
The presentation by the young girl, that was really fantastic. And the amount of confidence what we have seen with in such a young age, that is really fantastic. Hats off to her parents. It was really excellent thing, sir. And in fact, the experience of Dr. Mr.
Ayer.
Iyer,
Yeah.
that was also really very encouraging. Especially the amount of struggle, what he was mentioning about his struggle, that was really remarkable. And so just want to know that you are just giving some overview on current market scenario.
Yeah.
What do you feel that how things are going to change in this year or next year? What is your predictions?
Yeah, my prediction is that's what I told you. My prediction is, okay, if you want to see it, see, this is what RBI governor has told. Okay, today morning it has come in Economic Times. He's saying that 5 major dynamic shifts has to happen. That is, people have to shift to ourselves to the farm sector. That is going to happen, according to RBI governor. Changing energy mix on renewables. That means whatever people are using it currently, coal and things, they will be moving away from coal and things to wind and solar. And leveraging information communication technology, ICT, I was talking it. This is going to a huge jump because, and we can be the low cost supplier. Currently, we are supplying it. Accenture, Infosys, or TCS, or all these things are supplying to international market. But implementing in India is not happening because I will tell you, Dubey, if you are able to implement ICT, for implementing ICT, you have to get into PLM, and after implementing PLM only, you can get into ICT and all. But if you implement, then what will happen is 35% reduction in your cost and 20% reduction in manpower.
Manpower, yes.
And increase in productivity by 35%. And all put together, you will be getting a benefit of minimum of 60% reduction in cost.
But right now, sir, what we have seen that economy really it has really hit a bottom level.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, because what will happen is now this next slide is, this is India's last 10 years. Okay. This green color is services and red color is industry. And if you see it, industry, we are reducing it.
Reducing, yes.
From 31 to 24. And service sector from 45 to 51, it has come. And agriculture 16 to 15 has come down. It is reducing it. But the only way to increase is only happening both in manufacturing and service sector only. Okay.
Yes.
So the phenomenal growth is going to be there. See, now this is 3 global economies. That means I'm consolidated all the countries. So if you took it of a global economy, -5 to +5, approximately 10% jump, which is impossible.
Next financial year.
In next financial year. That means you are already -5. Definitely is going to be -5. Next year, we are going to be +5. So -5, we have to cover up -5 and grow another 5. So 10.4% we are going to improve in a year. This is a huge jump. And for countries like this, advanced economies, like us, is what happened, 8 plus 5. It is approximately 13% jump you are going to do.
13%.
Okay. So, but what happens is when you want to grow like this, this is a simple example. If somebody comes from Germany and wants to place an order on you, and you say that, sir, we are ready. When you will visit the plant and check out that, they say that, okay, you are not having a data management properly.
Correct, sir.
So I may not be having confidence on you. But I cannot wait because I cannot produce it at China or Indonesia or Vietnam. So I decided I'll put my own plant. In 4 months, the plant will be ready, up and ready. So what happened? We left it because we have not upgraded ourselves. It's
Yes,
not
yes.
that opportunity has not come to us. Correct?
Hmm.
That
But
is the
right
point.
now, this Industry 4.0 solutions, if we see the cost of that and implementation, it is really difficult for
See, the thing
small,
is, yeah, but what happens
medium
is,
enterprises.
what happens is everyone is complicating unnecessarily and
Yes.
they are giving it as a models. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
actually, what my understanding is that in the market, there is no proper focus or no direction from government also.
yeah, because
Just
they
like
are
that,
not aware
somebody
of
is
it.
coming with some solution and showing this is our Industry 4.0.
Hmm.
A machinery maker shows this is Industry 4.0. But if you see the implementation is hardly
Yes.
0.005%.
No. See, what is Industry 4.0? Whoever is saying it. Okay. I am also coming out with my Industry 4.0 products soon. Okay. So what I am looking at, I simply don't care whether which industry it belongs to. I talk to my technical team. What is the increase in productivity? Okay. What is the reduction in manpower?
Manpower, yes.
What is the benefit finally we can get? And
Mm.
what is the return on investment? I am ready to, because I am doing the devil's advocate job, sitting inside my company, questioning my technical team and my other directors who are involved into this Industry 4.0 applications.
Yes.
So what happens is, no, we worked out 7 options. ROI, return on investment, which was 7 months. 7 months they could achieve it. So then I told, okay, I'm agreeing this. We can go ahead. 7 months, if you are going to get the money back, what you are investing, everyone will move into that, no? But what happens today? That option, the people are not giving it. No, you have to buy from Industry 4.0, from Siemens, the whole package you have to buy.
Yes.
That is not needed for us, because that is needed for a company like Europe and Western, because they don't have the expertise of software writing it. Whereas
Correct.
we have the expertise of software writing it. No,
Correct.
I will make it a program applicable for Dubai's requirement. That's it. But as long as you are concerned, you are not concerned about what is needed for the entire industry. I want to ensure what is the benefit I am going to get it. I have around 24 machines, all these machines to be integrated, all the data to be connected. If I come out to this, my minimum model is 100 models. You have to buy it. Why you have to buy? When you have 24 machines, why you have to buy a model of 100?
100, yes.
You say that, I don't want to invest anything on more models. I will upgrade it. When I add another 6 machines, I will add it up. But right now, I am looking only for 24. So you give it for this and you work on a return on investment. If it is within a year, definitely everybody will be happy to improve on it.
Correct.
It is going to happen. See, like me, many people are already in the line, but it will come up. But what happened is all the biggies, they push it in the brand. Like, everyone will come out and say that, no, sir, this software is tested by Infosys. Then you are ready to pay through your nose, you pay through the nose.
Yes.
That's all. Hope I answered
really,
you.
What you are saying is that CRM and then automation and these things, definitely if they work in a proper direction and proper things, then definitely this economic growth is possible, sir.
Yeah.
Because right now what we can feel in market that everyone is hungry.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking for business now.
Correct.
This 4 months has really taught everyone that you have to do something to survive. Otherwise,
Yeah. See, I am not taking from hat. I am just giving from International Monetary Fund recent slide. It is available in IMF org. So we are advanced economies with respect to manufacturing. Okay.
Yes,
I am not talking about with respect to agriculture and all. With respect to manufacturing, we are advanced economics. Anything which is producible in the world can be produced in India.
But right now, the industry, what we are catering like plastics and steel.
Yeah.
Steel is used for tooling and plastic is used for plastic molding components. At least with this Chinese setback, there is a reduction in the things from China. So now people are started already looking for the other alternatives in the market.
Yes.
So, but when we ask our local fellow who supplies us various type of steel for tool, he says we are also looking for this, that we are approaching towards Russia or some other Korean country, Korea, so that we can find out. But what we expect that same Chinese thing will come via Korea.
No. The problem is now China thing coming via Korea, it is going to be expensive. Okay. So what is going to happen, I will tell you. European countries, there are some European countries which is like Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia, yes.
Excellent facilities, excellent things are available. The
Yes,
moment,
yes.
we do not know who is available at Czechoslovakia, how to reach them. The
Yes,
problem
yes.
with them is they don't know English also. Okay.
Yes.
Like that, there are many countries are available who are expertise on this, and their prices are not very expensive. In fact, one of the project we talked to some of the people there, the prices are comparable with Chinese prices itself. But only thing is volume. They are asking
Yes.
for number of mole bases.
They look
Yeah.
for volume, yes.
Yeah. So that volume is possible because India is not going for, many people are moving away from China to India.
Yes.
So that huge opportunity is available to all of us. But whoever is catching it faster is going to get benefited.
Correct, sir.
That is for that reason I am saying it. So let us equip ourselves. See, it is investing on you. You are not investing on some of the things. You are not investing in a house. You are not investing on a land, which may depreciate now. Whereas when you invest on your company, when you are investing on your personal things, your likely to growth is very high because this is a conservative projection given by IMF.
Correct, sir.
Thank you, Dubey.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
And Dr. Jnanavati, are you there? Yes, I am unmuting you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Jayashree, are you on the line?
She is in the line, but I put her in mute.
Okay. And Jayashree's presentation is very good, awesome. And her flow of English is also very good. And the pronunciation was very good. And I appreciate Dr. P.S. Kumar for encouraging the younger generation. And
I will tell you one thing, interrupting you, Jnanavati. See, Dr. Jnanavati is a specialized person who talks on law of attraction. Okay, I will tell this story because you will love to listen to me, Dr. Jnanavati. She is my relative. She is my sister. So she used to teach me about what is law of attraction. So you won't believe it. This presentation last week, after my presentation on commitment to commitments, Jayashree was feeling that she needs to make the presentation with me. And she was feeling it. She was thinking, she was telling to her mother. And mother was saying that we know Kumar uncle through Maniramji, and you want to give a presentation like Kumar uncle. So we may have to talk to Maniramji and then we can talk to Kumar uncle and all these things. Now, very important thing, listen to me carefully. Her thoughts were so powerful. You won't believe it, night 11 o'clock, I spoke to my organizer. I feel that Jayashree, today the questions he asked, and she wanted the time management, priority matrix, to be sent to her. I sent a mail. After sending it, I thought, why should not we do a program with Jayashree? 11 o'clock, I am feeling that I should invite Jayashree to do a program with me. Next day morning, I made up a call and I told his father and mother that I would like to do a program with Jayashree. Jayashree was jumping because her thoughts attracted my thoughts from Bangalore to Chennai. I'm not exaggerating it. Everyone who are associated with me know about it. It has influenced, because of law of attraction, it has influenced. And we have seen it, empty number of examples. Even Dr. Jnanavati will attended some of the people. He got PhD. Never thought that he was going to complete PhD in short span of time. Because the law of attraction is so powerful. That's the reason Dr. Abdul Kalam sir said, if you have thoughts, the thought itself come to you, provided you have the ability to do it. Otherwise, the thought itself will not come to you. Yeah, sorry for interruption, Dr. Jnanavati. You can proceed.
And I feel so happy that Jayashree's interest and really it is purely based on law of attraction only. And it happened, it's really nice. And your mentor, Guru, sir, may I ask you, sir?
Yes, please, Mr. Iyer. Mr. Iyer.
Mr. Iyer, and
yeah, I will unmute him. Unmute him. Yeah, unmute him.
Sir, I'm so happy. Hats off to you for having shared your knowledge. And you mentioned what are the skills you equipped and how you dreamt about going to Germany and establish yourself. And in your presentation, you gave importance to punctuality, and also you emphasized the quality of honesty. May I know any particular incident or any particular event or something like that, along with the skills, you were so honest. In what way honesty helped you to come up to this level, to raise your standard? Because
I,
I feel strongly that nowadays the generations going, they don't believe on honesty. Along with the skills you have mentioned about your quality also. I just want to know in
uh,
what way your honesty helped you.
sir, yes, sir. I already
Yeah.
muted you. You can talk, sir.
Yeah, it's very interesting to tell you something. The spirit of punctuality has been in me from India. I've had great people guide me. I've been connected to a lot of saints like Swami Chinmayananda, Shivananda, etc., who have presented to me the values of life. Now, when I found the Germans are also honest, but after the war, situation in Germany has also changed. And I used to tell them, look, we Indians are far superior. We can definitely win over any situation, and our punctuality will be very great. Now, after some time, they saw I became more punctual than them. So when Germans had an appointment with me, they were telling, look, we must rush and be punctual because Mr. Iyer will be super punctual. Yeah.
Okay.
And about the other questions he asked about
Honesty, sir.
the honesty. Honesty should be right from young age, you must cultivate it. It's easy to tell a lie, but the lie will not take you anywhere. It will take you, as the proverb says, 9 lies to cover up your first lie. In that you in that you waste your energy, and your scope of becoming successful is completely diminished. Whereas you be honest and face the consequence. Sometimes honesty can bring you a little problem, but in the ultimate analysis, honesty will make you great. That is my experience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody from Jayasree's friend want to ask? Some of your friends have joined. You can raise a hand, or Jayasree's parents also can talk or can share their experience. Mr. Venkatesh, can I open you? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Mr.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and Kumar sir. Yeah, my name is Venkatesh. I'm father of Jayashree, who presented some time ago. So, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Kumar sir for organizing and helping to present something in the stage for a girl who is of just 10 years. And I was, when I heard first time from my kid and wife that Kumar sir spoke to us about this presentation, I didn't expect. It was purely a surprise for me because I personally have never seen someone of 10 years talking in a webinar or any sessions. So it was a different thought altogether. So in fact, I was surprised that how did that thought arise in your mind that giving opportunity for people of different age group like Jayashree and also Tanu Iyer sir. So it was a different kind of thought. And first, I appreciate that and thank you so much for giving this opportunity from your side. And much of efforts from your side actually. It is not much we have done as a parent. All we have done is just we have educated her over every experiences, but presenting. And for the entire last 1 week, she was so busy preparing for this thing and gathering the information and digging the last few years of experiences just to gather more data. And yeah, that was something interesting, and she has learned a lot, and I think she has learned new things on how to present and how to prepare the data collection. I think it's very interesting, and you have made a difference in my opinion. And about Tanu Iyer sir, I'm very impressed with your speech, because as an engineer, I completely understand how the engineer's life would be. under a different culture, different people, and different experiences. But I'm wondering how you can be so energetic at the age of 88. Because to be honest, I'm 38, so I'm sometimes I feel lazy of something postponing things, and yeah, it happens to me, and I guess many people do the same. But I'm really learning something new from your speech and your life, and spending too long out of India, and still you are able to give a speech at this time and sharing a willingness to share your experience to others. It's really amazing. So thank you so much, and hats off to you. And maybe one question to Tanu here, sir, if time permits.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Iyer sir has spent a lot of time with the different people, different culture, different companies. So my question to Iyer sir is this: how did he manage to manage the situation or relationship with different people who are stubborn, or who are crazy, or who are just chasing their own dreams in their colleague circle or business? Or because sometimes when our superiors, maybe it may be my immediate manager or some super boss, who may not be in sync with our thoughts or our interests, it's not necessary though, as a company they have their own things. But how to deal with those kind of people when it is not aligned with our interests or our goals or our opinions?
Anu, yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. I may tell you one thing. In life, you face different types of people. And once you want to succeed, you must be prepared to face those people and not decry them. But at the same time, you appreciate and you tell them whatever they say may be correct, but you try to prove to them that what you say will be better. In actual practice, you have to prove. And this I have been successful to the extent the Germans with whom I was working on a very top position, they used to say, you are our calm pole. With you, we can ask you anything and you have a solution which will suit our economy and our company. So the faith in them has to be created, not by opposing them, but by winning them over a period of time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And JC, you would like to conclude, or you want to say thanks to anyone, or any of your friend wants to talk? I unmuted you, JC.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to say thanks to all? Any other person want? Yeah, Jnanavati wants to talk. Just a moment, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you for the good opportunity I got to present in this session.
Thank you. And Dr. Jnanavati, I have unmuted yourself.
Yeah, Jayashree.
Yes.
Usually, parents, well-wishers, and motivators and mentors would give some gift to the person, though, especially at your age. I want to gift you my training program on law of attraction. Please tell your convenient time. I will teach that program to you. Definitely, it will be helpful for you in your future to shape your career, and you can go to the highest level, whatever you are dreaming for. Actually, already you have started implementing it without that knowledge. I want to gift you that program. And
yeah,
let us talk.
Thank you. I would like to attend it. But my question is, what is law of attraction?
Law of attraction is the universe is creating all the living organisms, living beings, including human beings, and sending to this world. According to law of attraction, whatever we want to ask, we can ask this universe. The universe is ready to grant you whatever you are asking for. But there is a way how to ask and what are the specifications we have to give. For example, you wanted to give the presentation like Dr. P.S. Kumar, and you were thinking again and again. That was a thought, and you might have visualized. Suppose I get an opportunity to present along with Dr. Kumar, how it would be. Like that, it might have made you feel excited even before getting an opportunity. Your thought became so strong and it was converted into a kind of visualization. You started visualizing and you started expressing your wish to your parents, and that thought got expanded to your parents, and they were thinking about it, and it has got its own image, and it was converted into the feeling. First thought, second visualizing the image, third phase is something, it is converted into the emotions and feelings. That emotion is converted into the vibration. That vibration was so strong. Your wish, not only that, your wish was so noble, it was so sincere, it was from your heart. So it reached Dr. P.S. Kumar and it affected him. All of a sudden he got that idea, he gave you this opportunity. This is because of law of attraction. You both of you got attracted. So many people are attending the program along with Dr. P.S. Kumar. Even I have been attending for the past 3 to 4 years. Whatever the program he is conducting, maximum I attended. I never approached him for the co-training, and he never approached me for for being together. So this thought, and I will in that program I will teach everything. And of course I conduct this program by getting the payment, and I collecting the charge, but I want to gift you this program, training program. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Janavati. It was so wonderful. Jayashree, you will love it to attend the program. What I'll do is I will share Dr. Janavati's mobile number, and similarly I will share Dr. Janavati Jayashree's mobile number. I think if no other person is asking questions, we can wind up the show. Is there anybody want to talk? Okay, no rise of hand. So thank you so much for being with us. And on behalf of Jayashree and Mr. T.H. Iyer, I sincerely thank all of you. And I also personally thank Mr. Iyer and Jayashree for joining me and exciting me with this their development and what are the things they learned in their life. Thank you. Great day. Bye.